good morning, class.
Good morning.
Today we are, should we stand up? Should I walk into class? Okay.
And then we'll say good morning after.
Okay,
Good
perfect.
morning, Mrs. Yisroel.
Okay, amazing. Okay.
Good morning, Mrs. Yisroel.
Good morning, class. You may be seated. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important mitzvahs in Torah. But we're going to start by doing an experiment. Through this experiment, you're going to guess what mitzvah we're going to be studying. And also this experiment is going to help us understand a little bit of a deeper level of how to do this mitzvah. So this is going to be a little interesting instructions, but I'm going to pass out oranges. And everyone is going to get an orange. And just don't. And what we're going to do is we're going to study our oranges, get to know our oranges really, really, really well. And I'm going to collect all the oranges, and you're going to have to be able to recognize which is your orange. So get to know your oranges really well. Can someone repeat the instructions? Meryl.
We're gonna have to study your oranges, and then you're gonna collect them. And you're gonna have to be able to know them really well, and we're gonna have to try to see which ones are ours.
Okay. Perfect. So 10 seconds. Get ready. Go. Do you think we know our oranges really well? We're ready? Put your orange back. And now, I'm going to put the oranges and place them on the carpet. And it's time for everyone to choose their orange. That was really fast. Everyone was able to find their oranges so fast. You really got to know your oranges really well. Ceci, can you tell me how did you know that was your orange?
Well, mine is pretty obvious because it has all these brown spots on it, and so I just made sure that if another orange had a lot of brown spots, I knew that there was a green spot around the bottom and a brown ring around the top.
Wow, so your orange really was different. And Chaya, can you tell us how did you differentiate your orange? I can try a smiley face. Okay, well, that's definitely, I don't think the other oranges came with smiley faces. That was very creative. Sarah, Meryl, can you tell us about your orange?
I knew it because it was very dark orange, and it had, like, over here, it didn't, like, have it.
Oh, interesting. It was missing its little pick'em. And you tell us.
It's because it had dots over here and had yellow spots.
Interesting, yellow spots. I didn't see other ones with yellow spots either.
Mine had like invisible circle around that was like goes in and then it goes like at a level. And yeah, like a blue spot.
Wow. So everyone really used really deep analyzation and perception to get to know the oranges. Well, now let's see how well you really know your oranges with part 2 of How Well Do I Know My Orange experiment. Now I'm going to do something that might not be expecting to one of the oranges. And freshly squeezed orange juice. Now, can anyone tell me whose orange is this? Oh, you all knew your oranges so well. So what's the difference by raise of hand? Can someone tell me what the difference is?
If we look at that outside, it could be different and the inside it's the same.
Outside it's different. Inside it's the same. Let's think for a second. How could that connect to a very special mitzvah? What do you think the mitzvah might be? Ahavas Yisroel, excellent. And Sasi, do you want to tell us how this might connect to Ahavas Yisroel?
When we look at a person, we just see their outside and we might think that they're totally different and we won't be able to fully connect because they're not like you and they don't look like you. But when you judge by their inside and look at their neshama, then you realize that you're really all the same inside and you have the same piece of neshama.
Perfect, and that's exactly what we're going to learn about today. And that's precisely what the Alter Rebbe tells us. How to have real Ahavas Yisroel is by focusing on what's inside. And we're going to have the opportunity right now to learn this idea of Ahavas Yisroel in the words of the Alter Rebbe. We are going to be split in two groups. The groups that you're already in, you should stay in. Each worksheet has 6 questions. So if you're at the head of your group, then you'll start with question number 1, and then you'll rotate clockwise, and you'll answer the next question, you'll answer the next question, and the person next to you will answer the next question. And question number 6, the last question, we are going to discuss as a class. So, if you have any questions, what should you do? Ask your group mates. And if your group mates don't have an answer, you can ask me. And if I'm not available, then there is sticky pads over here. And just write your question and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Can someone repeat the instructions? Much better.
So we're going to be split in, we're already in groups and we're going to stay in them. And we have the papers and we're going to learn what the Alter Rebbe said about Ahavas Yisroel, and we're going to rotate on the questions. Then question 6, we're going to discuss as a class. And if we have any questions, we should discuss it with the group. And if our group can't answer them, then we ask teacher. And if the teacher's busy, we use the sticky pads on the desk.
Perfect. Excellent.
One should find joy in the joy of the neshama alone. This is the direct and easy path to fulfill the mitzvah of loving another person as yourself. All neshamas are equal in their stories, and they all have one father. And therefore all of Bnei Yisrael are called brothers. Literally, not just as an expression, because we all come from a common root in Hashem. It's only our bodies that separate us. Therefore, if our bodies are considered as the most important, our neshama as secondary, this is impossible for there to be true love, because it's a love based on an extraordinary fact.
About why you were able to tell your orange apart from the others and connect / compare that concept to the above text. So the reason why I was able to tell my orange apart was how it looked on the outside, and that's the way that we're able to tell
So what does
people
compare
apart.
mean?
because
we have
of their
two things
body.
that are different. And you have
Think about
the
why you were able, unable to
why you're unable and compare them. How is that similar to the concept that the author discusses? Perfect. Okay.
Enough knowledge to help us have more of this stuff.
And everyone's working really well. Sorry, everyone's working, just have your attention, everyone's working really well in their groups. I just want to add that if your group finishes before another group, there's an anchor activity that's on the desk. Oh, it fell off the desk. There's an anchor activity that's on the desk and it has the instructions written, and that's what you'll do when you've done your group work. As soon as you're done with group work,
discuss this in the app.
Okay, we're finished.
oh, your group's also finished? Perfect. Okay, so we're going to discuss question number 6. Can someone read, Sussy, can you read for me question number 6?
How can we use the above knowledge to help us have more Ahavas?
How can we use this knowledge that we just learned to help us have Ahavas Yisroel? And you have a representative from your group who's going to answer the question. Do you want to tell us?
Look at you only focus on your clothes and how your fashion is, but when it comes to another person,
Do you want to further elaborate?
When you're just looking at the outside and at the clothes and everything, you might look at a person and see that he's totally different, and you'll be like, he's totally different. He doesn't have any similarity. But if you look at yourself from the inside and you look at other people inside, you'll realize that inside you're really the same, and it's just perspective different.
Excellent. Mishka, you're going to represent your group. What do you want to add?
That also, when we look at somebody, we could think that, oh, like, how in the world am I meant to, like, have officers as a person if I don't see that we have anything in common? Like, so you just love them like your brother, but they don't look or act like your brother. How are you meant to do that? So it says that you shouldn't focus on, like, their outside and external factors, but you should see that they have the same source as you, so that automatically makes you brothers, or the same father.
Beautiful. And another point that the Alter Rebbe is stressing, in addition to what everyone's saying, which is that we have to focus not on the outside of others, but what's inside, what's real. The Alter Rebbe says not only when it comes to other people do we do this, do we focus on their neshama, but we start by having this be the most important thing in ourselves. Because if my Gashmias is the most important thing to me in myself, if I think my clothes is the most important thing and my guf is the most important things, then I'll do the same for
other people.
exactly. But if in myself I show that my neshama is the most important, how might I raise a hand? I show that my neshama is the most important.
By doing exercise and doing Taiwan.
Excellent. And then when I look at other people, what will I?
Look at them this place and have it. And a shama.
I'll focus on the neshama. And another way we can, to help us focus on what other people's neshamas and other people's inner qualities is by training ourselves to do this. So we're going to train ourselves to do this by doing a little compliment web where we are going to think about some inner quality that we appreciate in our friend. And then when you think of that quality, we'll start with Mushka. And
Okay. So, and I'm gonna do it to Sarah because I always hear like when she has festival and she's really good with that, which always makes me feel comfortable.
oh, so you can hold on. Okay, maybe hold on.
Oh, actually.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna throw it to Marla because she's always very generous. I'm gonna throw it to Sasa because he's always very nice to me.
I'm gonna throw it to Nushka because she's always smiling.
Um, well, to I'm gonna throw it to Phil because I always see her like eating her fries and sometimes.
Oh, beautiful. And look, we're all connected. Just like the altar of it says in Tanya, we're all connected. But what's the only thing that's separating us?
Is our book.
And really, we all come from one source. What's that source?
Hashem.
Hashem. So that's our lesson in Ahavas Yisroel for today. Thank you so much for taking your time and participating with me. I really appreciate it. And you are dismissed to go home and have dinner.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if anyone...
How's the top one?
What?